How can I support English teachers in Lebanon with how to teach from a distance during a global pandemic to their Syrian refugee students who have no electricity nor internet access? What tools can I create to support English teachers in rural Nicaraguan schools who aren't fully fluent in English themselves and who have had no teacher preparation training? What advice can I give English teachers in Ukraine who are teaching in air raid shelters, sometimes for multiple hours, with no electricity, resources, nor light? How can teachers come to class each day, teach effectively, support, and inspire their students when sometimes it feels like the whole world is falling apart? My name is Janine Darragh, and I'm a professor of literacy and language education. I like to tackle unimaginable questions about education that seemingly have no answers, and I like to bring my students along with me, whether it is literally through faculty-led summer study abroad opportunities or through class brainstorming sessions and discussions. For example, I was able to brainstorm with my students about a challenge I encountered when I was mentoring teachers in Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya. One teacher asked for ideas for teaching his class of 258 elementary school students. The difficulty, he said, was that he only had 6 textbooks for learning materials. What I have found in my research is that when we start not with what we don't have, but with what we do have, learning opportunities are limitless. In this case, for example, while the teachers did not have textbooks, chalk, or pencils, they did have access to things like stones, which can be drawn on and used for learning letters and words. They had rice bags, which are commonly used for rations and can be split down the side to create a chalkboard or poster paper. And they had donations of plastic water bottles, whose tops can be used to manipulate and learn about parts of speech and sentence creation. My main area of research is trauma-sensitive teaching. Trauma's everywhere. Research shows that 65% of students in the United States will experience at least one traumatic event by the time they're 16 years old. Brain science shows us that when something traumatic happens, it becomes difficult to access the parts of our brain that are responsible for things like memory, attention, and emotion regulation, things that are necessary for us to do well and learn in school. My research shows that there are specific teaching strategies that are especially helpful for students who have experienced trauma. And I have been able to share that information broadly, whether it is with students, faculty, and staff here at the University of Idaho, K-12 teachers across the state, or English teachers around the globe. Perhaps my research is best summed up by Yulia, an English teacher in Ukraine who participated in a trauma-sensitive teaching workshop I was facilitating. In response to the scenario, imagine a dragon destroyed your friend's school. What advice would you give? Yulia replied, I would tell her to stop, take a deep breath, and remember, nothing, not even a dragon, can stop teachers.